At the beginning of Foundation Plus, we set lots of fast projects. Projects are around a week. We expect students to go from a brief, from a starting point, to research, develop ideas, experiment, and come up with an outcome.
So the project we've been working on this week is a one-week, really fast-paced project called Co-Create. We've allocated one object from the CSM Museum Study Collection, and we asked the students to work with the object and working in pairs that they hadn't previously worked in before, to come up with something that's unique and new.
Students respond to our works in a variety of ways, so this can be kind of in a technical way, so looking at different processes that are involved with making an object. They can also be a fabulous source of inspiration, used to bounce off and inspire their own work.
We're really encouraging students to research using all the objects around them and using the museums and galleries in London.
So today the students are actually doing their library session for part of the Co-Create project, and that has to do with actually looking at texts, reading those texts from a critical theory or a theoretical vantage point so that they can connect with the museum objects that they've seen in a different way. And I think the emphasis here today is on collaborative learning, working in pairs, and also getting used to the library surroundings and searching for books and information, which is what we're here for.
We're being pushed very, very hard. Under that pressure, of course, we are learning like sponge. It's a very intense course.
On the course, one of the benefits to students is that they're alongside students in other disciplines. They get to understand each other's approaches and methods, and all their skills come together to make an outcome collaboratively.
It was the first collaboration project I ever did, and I think it's quite interesting because I was working with a fashion student, and I could work not on only materials that I usually use, but also we worked with fabric and laser cutting, and I think it's very interesting.
Students are able to work in wood, metal, plastics. They use casting. We've got the print centre here, and students are able to use that. And this year we've also been working with digital fabric printing and with the laser cutting facilities as well.
Through this workshop, I know more about the techniques and also material. It gives me a more knowledge on each of the materials, so it allowed me to use this kind of technique and materials in the future.
Tutors are there to support students with their ideas all the way through the projects, and they give feedback right the way through from early ideas and to suggest different things that they might like to try in the development of their work. So at the end of a project, we get the students to show their work to one another and to their tutors, and it's a more public way of showing what's been going on and getting some feedback.
And so we go beyond our comfort zone, and it's a really nice way of finding yourself, I would say.
Short, intense projects like this are designed to help students get ready for what to expect in the beginning of their degree courses, and it helps students speed up how they work and to get really effective at how they research, how they use their research, and how they can develop outcomes in a really short period of time.